streaming. We're just waiting for Leicester.
Awesome.
Just waiting for Leicester to pull in. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check and see what's happening with. Let's just see if I'm live on YouTube. Just check that everything is on. Play some background music. And the last time I was said to you, I was playing the Red Hot Chili. Yes, Leicester. The Red Hot Chili Pepper stuff.
Yeah.
And is Leicester there? Where's Leicester? Leicester's coming. Connecting with audio. Yeah.
I miss those guys. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Why is your place so dark today?
I just need to switch on the light.
Oh, okay.
Because the sun just generally basically comes in at low angle.
Yeah,
So I
because
need
it
to
looks
wait
like
for,
you.
midday
Looks like you
in a
are.
dungeon.
Oh, Leicester's disappeared again. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, you sort out your light. Sort out your light. What am I looking for? Instagram. So what I found kind of interesting is that when you, like with YouTube, if I go to my YouTube channel, I can go to my live stream on the YouTube channel connected with my account. Right?
Yeah.
On Instagram, it doesn't look like you can do that. So I've got to go to my other account, my personal account. Then I can see that the Bearded Fen is live. Because you want to be able to interact. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right. Let's give, it's almost 10 o'clock. Let's give old Leicester a minute or two to get in there. Okay, I'm admitting him. He's joining. Okay, he says he's switching laptops. No matter. Yeah.
Morning.
Hello.
Hey, Lester.
We can hear you,
You
but we
hear me,
can
but you
see
can't
you.
see me.
I can't see you.
That's a good thing.
Oh, is it still too early in the morning?
The computer's not used to working this early on a Saturday.
Ah, you see. It's probably a good
What
thing.
time is it your side?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yes, just 1 hour difference.
Yeah.
I am going to switch laptops.
Are you? Okay. That's fine. You know what we're going to do? It's 10 o'clock. We're going to start. You just pull in when you're ready, okay? Cool. I don't know. Did he come or go? Now there are 4 of you now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't you want to kill the other one? Because now there you go. Oh, awesome. Awesome, guys. Well, I suppose on that note,
intro.
welcome to the Weekend Craic with the Bearded Fen and Friends, Oleg and Leicester. And Leicester looks like he's a deer in headlights. So I don't know if his video is frozen or if he's just...
You can't? Really? It's not frozen my side.
Oh, wait.
No, it's not. It's not. Like
Okay.
I can
No,
see
that's
the stream.
fine. It was a technical issue on my side. Okay.
Excellent.
Right.
The line is too slow.
No, not the line is too slow. You must be fucking joking, dude. Yeah, like we're ripping it. We're ripping it here, you know. 200 megs down and 200 megs up. There ain't gonna be issue with
And you connect it via LAN cable, right?
hardwired in, baby. Hardwired in.
So
Awesome.
you're still on megs, not gigs.
Well, nice one, Lester. Like, you caught me off guard there for a moment. I was gonna be like, if my mom's watching this, she's gonna be very disappointed. Fuck you, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just gonna. Yeah. Anyway, guys, how's the week been? How's the week been? And don't all jump
very
in
much like it smells like last week and the week before.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I should do some cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. But now there's something that I need to do. Clean the house, man. It's been a while. I'm a bit behind on washing. I need to dust things down. Things are getting a bit dusty. Yeah. So anyway, my girls are coming to spend a week with me, so it's going to change things. I'm going to have to start cooking properly and all those fancy things.
Awesome.
They can come. Yeah, they can come in if they bring alcohol, surely, right?
That's if you can get alcohol, man. Don't make me cry on the episode.
What's this? I saw that South Africa has now deployed another 70,000 troops
You
to
are
go
correct.
and reinforce things.
You are correct.
Yeah.
They have done so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Morning, Thomas. We've got someone that's pulled in there. Thomas is currently building a Land Rover. He's going to correct me here if I'm wrong. I don't know. Is it a Series 1 or a Series 2? And
Nice.
Thomas has actually got a riding academy out in Sabi. And
Nice.
so he teaches guys to do adventure motorcycle riding. Beautiful spot out there, right next to Mary Pebbles, or that's where he's staying. So it's a Series 2 in 1963. So he's been teasing all of us with posting photos of his development as he's rebuilding this Land Rover. It's looking pretty sweet. I'll send you guys some photos so you can see what it looks like.
Awesome.
You can hook up with Thomas there.
It's one of my favorite cars. The old Landies. Yeah.
No, look, I mean, those are solid.
You can do a lot to them when they carry on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and he's been driving it around in what I expect is his garden, because obviously test riding. He's been working on it. He's been working on it. He says he's been working on it since early 2000. Not too shabby, Nige. I mean, that's called tenacity.
Yeah.
That's almost that's a lifetime commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, at least he's still at it. He hasn't given up. So, because I mean,
well, think about it this way, right? You still busy fixing up your Royal Enfield, right? So you also haven't given up. It's also like a long-term project.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, it's 99% there. I just need to sort out the 1%. You would think I'd get my ass together, wouldn't you? But I'll have you know, I started it. I charged the battery the other day. I started it and I took it for a trip around the block, and it was running fine. It's just still missing a little bit, so I'm gonna have to pull that carb out and just clean it again. But this new unleaded fuel doesn't do very well with old motorcycles. Fuck.
So do you have to add put some additives into the fuel?
Yeah, look, I put valve ease in there. You probably do. I suppose you have to, because it's a 70s spec bike, even though it's a 2006 model. I do put valve ease in there, but the problem is that. Sorry, I'm just checking because my kids should be arriving soon. It should, but you know what happens is, for some reason the new unleaded fuel's got obviously additives and all that kind of stuff in it, but that stuff goes into a jelly or into a wax when you just leave it standing like that. So the last time when I pulled that carb out, it had this waxy residue inside, and it looks like it's quite corrosive as well because it pitted the inside of the carb,
Yeah.
which is not great. So someone else has just joined us, Sabrina. Sabrina is the co-owner of Royal Enfield Tours down in Cape Town. And I did a podcast episode with her last week, which I published yesterday, and it's available this morning. But she was telling me that she's been chatting to the guys, the Royal Enfield guys in India, and so I'd be able to get some spares from her. So I'm probably going to order a new carb at some stage. Okay, my girls are here. So anyway, it looks like the gate's open. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I got put off there.
No stress.
So how's your week been, guys?
It's seriously, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's just, it's Groundhog Day.
Yeah, listen, I had a bad day yesterday. Like Thursday, Friday, yesterday was a bad day. I just blew my mind out there. I was just like so pissed off is the only way to describe it. I just had enough. I'd had just enough. I don't know about you guys.
So what did you do? Go running, screaming down the road with your arms in the air and go, ah!
Oh, well, I
or
mean,
did you just start kicking furniture and hurting yourself?
No, just push through it, man. Just push through it. I was just like, okay, well, obviously we're busy working and all that stuff. But I was like, I just got to get through this. So at 4 o'clock yesterday, 4:30, I said, okay, screw that. I'm done with work. I'm going to go cook some supper now. I'm going to watch some series. I'll worry about work later. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Yeah.
Yesterday was one of those days where I got stuck in until like 6:30.
Yeah.
Yesterday was one of those days where like I got stuck in until like 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand the feeling about the Groundhog Day.
Do you?
Yeah, you think like we're doing all this the same repetitive stuff. We might find a new rhythm and learn a new language, learn to play the piano, do all this stuff, learn some skills, but no, it's not happening.
Well, yeah, I suppose, but I mean, doesn't that create a little bit of extra stress for you as well? The fact that you potentially got a little bit of extra time on your hands and there are things that you've always wanted to do, and then like you don't feel like doing it, and then you like get a bit stressed about the fact that you're not doing it.
Absolutely.
Okay. No, not on my side.
Not on your side.
Not on my side. No.
So what you mean? You don't?
I'm sort of like at peace with my limitations. I'm not like playing piano, playing guitar is not going to be for me.
But I mean, have you?
At that point.
Oleg, have you done any gaming while you've been on lockdown?
Yes, I have. So like that's I think one of my saving grace. It's like I play Overwatch both like in quick play and competitive. So like in the evenings, I go online with my mates, and they're based around different parts of the world. So some of them are in Europe, some of them are in South Africa, and we have a solid 2-hour session, which is like I find it pretty de-stressing. Like it decompresses you, and like I sleep better.
That's good.
So I had another session yesterday. Like I only went to sleep at like I think about 12 o'clock. Started at 10. Started at 10. Like called it at 12 o'clock. It was a really cool session.
Yeah.
Watched the movie yesterday. Like the new movie it came out on Netflix called The Extraction.
Oh right.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was like a really nice like chilled action movie. I know chilled action movie doesn't go together, but
chilled action.
It's something that you don't. It's a movie that you can watch without giving like an extra thought. Like you just go with the flow.
Yeah.
We're like really waiting for Homeland to come out today. So.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'll have to catch it tomorrow. We'll see what happens
but it was cool.
in the final episode. I hope they don't disappoint us.
Hey, I love Saul. Like, I'd be so bleak to see Saul go, like, especially if Carrie has to shoot him.
Oh, no. No, like spoiler alert, dude. Spoiler alert.
Don't give anything away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I mean, like I have no
So anyone that's
prior knowledge.
Yeah, so anyone that's been watching Homeland, I'm sorry, Oleg just fucked it.
No, I didn't. I mean, all that Russian agent indicated was that she has to like make sure that's all goes. Didn't say how or anything.
It's dude, we're giving it away, man. Jeez, I feel sorry for people that are still a bit behind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so crazy. So, Leslie, you were saying that you guys had heard there in the UK that that South Africa deployed some more troops.
Yeah, I mean, some countries around the world have deployed troops in support of the health services and whatever other logistics stuff needs doing. But it made the news because it's like a more of a heavy lockdown. You know, it's reinforced. I mean, yeah, there's lots of countries with police that fine people for being out or take further action, but this is like a police state.
Yeah,
you know, this is a whole different level.
Yeah, so I mean, Cyril was explaining it during the week. He said it's also to help say deploy sort of things like water and that kind of stuff as well. You know,
engineering solutions.
Yeah, so I suppose, can you imagine this in a situation where people are looking for stuff desperately? Let's say water as an example. That they are designated to go to an XYZ area, and on their way there, they get accosted by other people that are, have to wait their turn or whatever. So I suppose having some sort of protection along the way, like army or police, is necessary. Yeah. I mean, back in the day when you were in the army, weren't you were based out in Sabi, weren't you?
More further out, on the edge of the escarpment, near Berks, like potholes, not far from there.
Okay, so like Eastern Transvaal. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Moving along swiftly.
So I was chatting to my parents. You know, yesterday. Which is also quite cool. Like one of the cool side effects of this lockdown, and now I have the time to talk to my parents like nearly on a daily basis, like through Skype and stuff. They're based in Ukraine, Leicester, and they're saying that the fine in Ukraine is 7,500 rand.
Yo, what, for being caught out?
Yeah.
Yo, what's the fine in South Africa?
Like there it's slightly different. So there, like if you're on the street without wearing a mask, they will fine you like 7,500 rand.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Which is like quite heavy, taking into account that like average income in Ukraine is like half of that of the South Africa. Yeah,
sure. Gee, that's quite hectic, eh? So, I mean, Lester, did you see any visuals about Cyril demonstrating how to use a face mask, how to put it on?
No.
What?
I think that's brilliant, though. Yeah. No, I didn't, but that's epic.
Yeah. Are people wearing face masks in the UK?
They are, but there's a shortage, right? So they do. I mean, the face mask there to protect others from you, not.
Sure.
I'm just trying to plug in here. So there, it's all a bit pointless. If you're healthy, it's a sense of security for others.
Yeah.
Not to protect yourself, but there's a shortage, right? Everyone's making their own masks. Well, not everyone, but just something that happened in Germany this week because they're starting to free up the restrictions a bit, so to get people back in key industries to keep the economy moving.
Yeah.
So this is a high risk situation, and they're saying anybody who goes out now has to wear masks.
Yeah.
But there are no masks.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Yeah. So in South Africa, they asking the textile and clothing industry to help out, making
absolutely
masks and whatever. I mean, I use the buff that I wear when I go riding a motorcycle and all that. I use that. I don't know. I mean, I think.
Well, you do have like a proper mask.
Oh, you're like a gas mask.
Like a gas mask, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking I must
You-
just go to Pick and Pay just one day with that mask on.
Please
And
do,
see-
please
and
do.
Oh,
see-
please do. Yeah.
I wonder, should I
Why not?
do the Russian mask or should I do the more like NATO mask?
I think for the effect, do the Russian mask.
But can you imagine? Can you just imagine this? Me with
I can actually
Okay,
imagine.
you can. Okay, good.
I think you're gonna freak a lot of people out.
Yeah. Anyway.
Lester, you know how the Russian gas mask looks like.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. Has it got a bit of camo effect to it?
No,
It
dude,
does.
Well, it's grey.
It does.
It's like grey latex is basically what it is.
Nice,
Yeah.
man.
It looks like something out of a post-apocalyptic movie.
You can use it for your hobbies on a Thursday night and use it to the shops on Friday morning.
So old Thomas was saying there in Sabi at the spa, the guys are also using gas masks. Eh?
You sure?
Yeah.
Wow.
I suppose why not? Eh? I mean, if you've got it, use it. man.
Yeah.
I think I just need to change one of the cartridges there so that it doesn't, that I don't get
So-
asbestosis.
What I've seen, what I've seen quite a lot is that, like, when I went to the shops last week, and it was like, I went to the shops last week. You know, it's just like key point moments.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people wearing gloves as well. So like those latex surgical gloves.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people wearing latex gloves in the shopping center.
Which is fine. I mean, it's just as long as that once you've touched something with those gloves, that you're not touching your face or your mouth, your
I
eyes,
think those
whatever.
are like single-use type of stuff. So when you
Yeah.
go out,
Yeah.
you come back, you just check them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or at least when you get into your, let's say when you get into your car, maybe, I don't know, and then
Yep.
you can take your groceries out the car and wash your hands when you get in the house. Yeah, listen, I
Yep.
think, I mean, we've chatted this about this a lot, Oleg. I just think that going forward, we're just going to have a different way of operating in life. Handshakes, hugs, that kind of stuff is going to be, you know, you're going to think twice before doing that, you know. Yeah.
What else do you think is going to go? Like, not like the obvious stuff, like working remotely from home, or like,
Yeah, I think people are going to
the
go
way we
out
shop.
less. People are going to go out less.
Yep.
They're not going to really be congregating in large crowds, you know. So I think those kind of things, or people will think twice about it. Well, I suppose until such time that the confidence increases around, you know, where we're at with infection and all that kind of stuff. You know. Anyway, guys, let's not harp on Corona. I think everyone's tired of Corona. So, Lester, last week you were telling us about Nando's in the UK sending out recipes for people to be able to make their own food at home.
Yeah.
So I've heard so like, what sort of takeout are you guys missing at the moment the most? And please don't tell me McDonald's.
Well, it's interesting. When everyone heard that McDonald's was shutting in the UK, although it stayed open in other countries,
Yes.
there was a mad rush. Got to get that
That last Big
sausage and
Mac.
egg McMuffin breakfast. I may not ever have one again.
Yeah.
So social distancing at McDonald's on that last day wasn't great. What takeaway am I missing? All of them.
I mean, like, what's your favorite takeaway that you would normally get?
It fluctuates,
Oh, is it-
but it's probably going to be a spicy noodle thing, and probably a pizza after that. Yeah,
And a run around
not
the
at the
block?
same time. Not at the
And a
same
run-
time. Not like starter and then main.
Yeah, I must admit, I also go through phases with takeout, and you know, I'll be into KFC for a while, then I'll be into Nando's, then I'll want Thai food, you know, or something like that. But yeah, but then I tend to blow it out. In other words, I'll do that every time I want takeout. I'll do that until I'm like almost sick of it, and then I'll change over to something else.
Give it. I like the effort, commitment.
Yeah,
Let's make sure I
I'm
don't want. I
committed.
want to get this out of my system, so I never have to eat these takeaways again. Bang.
Yeah.
Right, job done.
Yeah,
Next
like
takeaway.
those KFC zinger wings, dude. I did so many of those. After a while, I was like, okay, that I can't do that anymore.
Bit zingy.
Yeah, bit zingy. Yeah.
Yeah, they're hot, huh?
Well, they're nice. I enjoy them. I must admit, I do enjoy them. Yeah, but I must admit, I'm not actually missing takeout at the moment. I suppose it's nice not to have the temptation just to quickly go get something to eat, and then at home.
Well, actually, to be honest, I wasn't missing it until you mentioned it, and
Oh,
now I'm
shit,
like,
sorry,
oh
man.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I could do with one of those now. Thanks.
You know what I'm missing? I'm missing like a really good pizza,
Yeah.
like
Where
an
do you
oven
normally
baked
get your
pizza.
pizzas from? In Melville?
So like I would go to that joint in Melville called Ant's Cafe. They make like really awesome thin crust, thin base pizza. Yeah, those guys are closed. I don't even know whether they're gonna reopen or not.
Yeah.
But that's like one of my favorite takeaway spots. So like Friday evenings, I would do like takeaway pizzas.
Yeah. Can
Or
you
actually go there and have pizzas there.
have you ever been to Gino's in Robertsham?
No. Yes, I have. I actually have. I've been there recently, actually, like within the last like 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gina's is also pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if those guys are gonna. Let's hope they all survive. Let's hope.
I think Gino's is an institution. I think they'll make it. I'm not sure about like Ant's Cafe.
Yeah. Like less in the UK, are all the takeaway and all the restaurants closed, or are there some that are open that can do deliveries?
No, I think all the ones I know of are shut.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about even trying it. Actually, we want to do a barbecue. Sorry, I want to do a braai this weekend.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking for some boerewors. So for us, it's not easy, right?
Yeah.
It's not just everywhere. So I have to go to a South African shop is my closest source of boerewors.
Yeah.
And that is about a half-hour drive away. But I need to check after this whether they're actually open.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about it until now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll make you jealous. I made a braai last week. Sunday, slept on some boerewors there. It was
Not
absolutely divine.
You just putting some salt in the open wound there, Andrew.
Well,
yeah, so he's breaking up. I can't hear him. It's just static.
Yeah.
God. So I suppose that's something that I've been doing a lot more now that we've been under lockdown. I've been braaiing a lot more. I had some rim steak last night.
Seriously, not helping.
Yeah, no helping. I'm busy making biltong at the moment. It's in the biltong box.
Oh yeah, how did that go? Because we figured you might start running out because you're snacking so much.
No. I made some more. I'm pacing myself. I've got some in the cupboard there, ready to eat, and then there's some more in the box. Should be ready by Wednesday.
You haven't started licking the box tray.
Oh no, I was supposed to do a video on it, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say I didn't need to get there.
Well, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as entertaining for us, but I'm happy for you.
But I don't want to put myself in the hospital. Just now get some flipping other disease other than coronavirus. So,
Yeah. Then you can go and brag to your friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Dodged the bullet on the corona. Died of salmonella poisoning. So
statistically, you will be the only one this year, worldwide.
Well, maybe I'll make the newspapers for once.
or actually, this is an emerging pandemic in itself.
Oh God, yeah, can you?
They got all these guys all over South Africa are all making their own biltong through necessity and are all having a bit of a problem. Suddenly, there's like 10,000 deaths
from salmonella poisoning.
Exactly.
Just talking about recipes, I heard someone during the week was saying that they had a recipe to make Kentucky Fried Chicken. Not so.
But it's secret.
Exactly. I was going to say, and then obviously it's not so much of a secret recipe anymore. Somewhere it slipped out. It slipped out. Yeah. So
talking about like fast food and takeaways.
Yeah.
Like, do you think there's a space for illegal or like takeaway industry? Like, because both in UK and South Africa, like already pre-made food is not being distributed, or takeaway food. Do you think some people will be crazy enough to actually like start up a completely black markets takeaway industry
Yeah, why not? Why not? Drive by on the curb delivery. Dude, you know what I think? I think that if people are, I mean, Lester, I don't know if you know this, but you know, here in South Africa, you cannot buy a pie. You know, like a pie from a supermarket or a convenience store at the gas station.
Is that because the factories are shut? They make the pies?
No, they've just said no. You're not allowed to sell pre-made food.
Yeah, but everything is kind of pre-made to an extent, other than your vegetables.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so for instance, like a roast chicken or
roast chicken, yeah,
or you know, all that kind of stuff. You're not allowed to sell. None of the supermarkets are allowed to sell that stuff. So you can't even go into the supermarket and buy a pie, or buy a cooked Russian, or buy a salad, a ready-made salad from the salad bar or whatever. You're not allowed to do that.
I don't see why. I don't understand. Unless there's problems with supply chain and demand.
No, man, come on.
Or they're trying to stop the spread of salmonella. So, you know, in the UK, the ice cream vans, they used to, I don't know, they probably still do, go around the suburbs. That's the ideal black market kind of food distribution you need.
Exactly.
In the UK, I don't know if it's like that in SA now, because the UK doesn't have a lot of hot days where ice creams can be sold.
Yes.
These guys double up. So they sell ice creams. They also sell hot dogs.
Oh, awesome.
So maybe that's the trick here, is you get an ice cream van and drive around with the music blaring and you start selling boerewors rolls or something.
How not to draw attention with your
Hey, everybody's going to love it. They're not going to say anything.
Yeah. Well, I think that people are going to hear two kind of sounds. The one is the ice cream van, and the other one is the cops. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know.
High speed chase with a hot dog dealer.
Yeah.
I'm sure bribes can work in this situation. I mean, it's for the good of the community, mental well-being, and all of that. Come on, their ice cream sound lifts spirits.
Well, so do cigarettes and alcohol. But, so do cigarettes and alcohol. Yeah. Listen, I think people that smoke. I suppose now was a good time to give up, but it can't be easy. It can't be easy.
No.
Lester, do you still smoke? You don't smoke anymore.
Yeah, that still happens. Yeah, stressful life I have. I've not been able to kick that one into touch. Yeah.
But I mean, you can still buy cigarettes in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can buy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you what that's like. When we go to the shops, there's actually, pies and other pre-prepared foods just lying around for you to pick up at will.
Steak and kidney pie. Oh, I can taste it right now.
Yeah, I think that makes us even for your boerewors and rump steak. Yeah.
Okay, we even now.
Touche.
Yeah, touche.
That's the next time you go, you should send Andrew some pictures.
In fact, this time next week, I'm going to try and be in the supermarket. Look at all this stuff. Oh, let me caress it. Ooh.
Thanks, dude. But something I noticed, not last week, the week before, when I went to the supermarket, they had cordoned off all the braai stuff. So charcoal, cooking utensils, fire lighters, and all that stuff was cordoned off. The last time that I went this week, all that stuff is now they're cordoned is it's open now. You can buy that stuff, which I found quite interesting. So I don't know if maybe there was a miscommunication.
You have rationing though.
Rationing.
Like you can only buy X amount
of charcoal.
Product. Like you can't buy 1,000 bags of toilet rolls.
No, I haven't heard that.
It's limited per customer.
Do you guys have that kind of stuff in the UK?
Yeah, on some items like eggs. It was on toilet paper. I'm not sure that's still the case because they're starting to restock. But yeah, like antibacterial hand cleaners and all the stuff that there was a massive demand on. But like randomly, there's things like flour you just can't get.
Really?
Everyone's suddenly become a baker at home.
Yeah.
There's that kind of stuff. So where it's in demand, they say, right, well, only X amount per person.
Yeah.
So I went and bought coffee a few weeks ago, and I've got this coffee machine which takes capsules.
Yes.
and they have a rule for all the coffee and tea section is no more than three items per person. So you can buy 1,000 tea bags.
Yes.
So you can buy 3,000 tea bags.
Yes.
Or you can buy 3 jars of coffee, or all of these things. I'm like, but I just want capsules. There's only like 10 capsules in a pack. That'll last me a week. This is not fair. It's not a fair situation.
Oh no.
But you guys don't have that. Okay.
No, we don't.
Not
not
that
on
I've
coffee,
heard.
not on coffee. But I was just thinking, like 10 years down the line, everyone will remember 2020 as the year where the world ran out of toilet paper.
Yeah. So
did I tell you guys that the people that bought excess are trying to return it?
Oh yeah, you did. You
The
told me that. You
supermarkets?
told us that last week. Yeah, and they're not taking
That's
it
still
back.
going on. Hell no.
Hell no. So I suppose are they like selling it on Gumtree or some online?
I haven't checked.
Yeah.
But there's no demand anymore.
So I mean, you're talking about that. Did you, Oleg? Did you see the news during the week that Dis-Chem have been found guilty for inflating their prices on essential items? Because I spoke to someone during the week, and he was saying that he was in Dis-Chem and he wanted to buy a face mask, and he said it was 3 or 4 times more expensive than it normally would be in Dis-Chem.
Sorry, Dis-Chem is who? Is it
like
discount chemists or something?
Yeah, it's like a pharmacy chain, a big pharmacy chain.
Dis is for discount or distribution?
Well, anti-discount.
That's mad. But there's got to be a crackdown on that. I don't know how you can police it. But in a chain shop, yeah.
Yeah. The Competition Commission ruled against them this week, and
who are working from home. What are they going to do?
They're all working from home. Yeah. So talking about everyone becoming a baker, I see there are a lot of videos knocking around on the internet now, people baking at home, making food and all that. I mean, I sent you that link to that guy, Nats. Nats What I Reckon. Did you watch that video?
Actually, yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
Just bang it in there.
Yeah.
Kick it about.
Fuck jar sauce. Yeah. So I was actually watching a video this morning with him on it. He was doing an interview with some guys in Australia, and it seems like those videos are also starting to pick up there. Well, I mean, he's obviously from Australia, but because I've seen them knocking around here with all my South African mates, but I see he's also gaining more traction in Australia as well for doing his cooking from home videos. My daughter's going outside to do a TikTok.
TikTok. Oh dear.
So
that's not good for health.
Tell us about
TikTok is a bad thing.
Tell us about your latest addiction, dude.
No, I mean, we've talked about TikTok a few times in recent weeks, and I'm like, yeah, I know TikTok. And so I went on there just to see what people were posting during the lockdown, right? Because this is where people are going to get inventive.
Yes.
And there's a lot of stuff on there, mad stuff.
Yeah. So what kind of stuff comes up on your For You page?
It varies, mate. There's a lot of dog rubbish.
Oh, really?
Because I like a good dog video. But no, for the working from, the being at home in isolation, where people are clearly going a bit mental. There's a guy who did what was it? His wife comes out, and there he is standing on the garden fence, her husband or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's got he's got some sort of zip wire across the garden. So it's tied to either fence, and he's now going to be, what do they call him? A walker across this line.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's like, I'm going to do this. And he's in the zone and takes his first step, falls off, smashes his face in, and it's rude awakening. But there's some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Not just like stuff. They do a million takes of how you can bounce a golf ball or a table tennis ball around various furniture and hit it in the glass. That's going to take days. Yeah. But there was one with a dog knocked a table tennis ball or a golf ball down the stairs to get it in a glass. And that's just like, yeah, there's no intellectual aspect about this at all. This is mindless viewing, going, oh, cute dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, check these skills. Oh, you got it in the glass. Woo! On to the next one, which is very similar. There was
Very
another
similar.
woman with a treadmill,
you-
and she lined up all these little sugar babies sweets all the way down in a zigzag.
Yeah.
And then they started it, and the whole competition was, you got to get all of them in your mouth as they come down the treadmill, and then whoever doesn't spill the most wins. And
Look,
it's just like
we were chatting in the beginning, some people will learn a new musical instrument, and other people spend their time on that.
absolutely. This is much easier.
But have you seen how clever they are with that app? Is that when you try and get out of the app, what it does before you got to like almost double tap to get out of the app. If you tap once, all it does is just refreshes the feed. And you say, another video. Click. Listen, dude, I've said, okay, I'm gonna go onto TikTok for 5 minutes. Because bearing in mind that a lot of those videos are only like 15 seconds or 30 seconds.
There's no way you can do just 5 minutes.
Yeah, dude. Fucking 2 hours later, I'm still going, TikTok.
Yeah, it's too easy. But that stuff used to be on Facebook, probably still is on Facebook as well, back in the day. It was the same sort of videos that people post short clips that draw you in, and they are a bit unusual. And you just go from one, and the next one auto loads, next one auto loads.
Yeah,
and now we have it in a handheld app that's much easier and follows the trends of stuff that you'd want to see.
But TikTok videos are generally shorter, right? I'm not on TikTok, so they're like 30 seconds, right? Or like less than minutes.
Yeah, don't go onto TikTok, dude.
Don't do it, man.
I'm warning
don't do it. It comes with a public health warning. No,
this is an intervention.
Your life would be gone. It's amazing for me. This was an app really that was really taken up by the younger generation. And it seems that over time, the parents who are just like sick of their kids being on TikTok have now got on to see what it's about. And now they're hooked. And now there's a whole new genre on TikTok from a different generation.
Yeah.
Kids are not happy about it. App's not cool anymore.
Yeah, I've posted a couple of TikToks, but I haven't done any like skit or lip syncing or any.
You haven't got a dance routine with a dog.
No. I'm still trying to think of some creative thing that I could put on TikTok that is not just doing like the normal shit. I think the only thing I've got on TikTok is.
I have an idea for you.
Oh, go for it. Tell me what it is.
Orlando Towers, man.
Sorry? What's that?
Orlando Towers, man. You bungee jumping.
It's a shame we're in isolation. Eh?
This guy's not going to let up. He's been trying to get me to do it for like almost 2 years now, and I refuse. And he's like, do it for the podcast. Do it for the content.
I think what would be awesome, right, is that like if we do it, right, we do it together, and we video the whole experience, and we do it live, we stream it live.
Yeah, we need a camera at the top and bottom.
Listen, guys, just talking about it now, I'm having an anxiety attack.
There's one way to get past that. You just got to break through it, right?
You just have to
get back on the horse. It's that kind of.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay, let me explain it to you. If you had to bungee jump off the side of a bridge, okay, I think maybe I would be able to get enough courage to do that. Okay, but I mean, you got to understand there are these two cooling towers that you've got to walk across. That.
Oh, you can't even
like
get
this,
there.
Which is like, like
can't get to the launch pad.
You can look through the. It's not like I mean, you can see down.
You know where it actually starts, right? Because as you're going up the cooling towers, they have like this concave shape from the side, right? Yes. So the lift is actually pinned along the wall, basically, of the cooling tower. And as you're going up, it's cool because you're looking into the sky. But then, like, as you get to the top, the lift basically becomes like this. So you're actually like looking all the way down. And when you step out, you have to like step out sideways because the whole lift is like tilted like this, right? And there's like only very small space for you to actually like step out on. But like, I think the pinnacle is like when you come to the top, the lift actually slows, and then you look down, and you're basically looking down for like, I don't know, 60 seconds. So I think mentally that sort of prepares you, and then you have to walk.
Mentally prepares you. Did you just hear what
I
you
think
said?
the guy that's running the podcast can't talk.
Very thin bridge, but I think the guys that's running the show, they psych you up pretty well, and by the time you get there, you're ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
It depends what type of guy. Like, do you jump feet first or face first?
Well, you can only
he doesn't even get to that point.
They tell you that you must as if you're diving into a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Would it be easier if we just carried you to the middle and threw you off the edge?
No,
so that way
we can't do that.
Up.
We can't do that. We can't do that. Like, Andrew needs to take that leap by himself, and we have to video it. Like, I'll be there to video and I'll go after you.
Yeah.
No, dude.
I'll stream it live. I'll stream it live on TikTok.
I'm feeling nauseous.
What do you like in confined spaces?
Fucking shit.
Because I'm just thinking that it was in New York in the Rockefeller Center, I think it was, and there's a lift that goes all the way to the top, and it's quite high. But they've animated this lift, so it looks like this. You're in this box that just shoots up, and the light effect and the sound and the lift makes it feel like a rocket. And then the walls start falling away. They got all these visual effects, and you're like, but you're moving at a normal fast lift space. But they just emphasize it. So I'm just wondering, in those kind of spaces, how you'd react.
You know what I also saw, like one of the Facebook videos, is this glass bridge between the two mountains in China, right?
God.
Yeah. And people generally freak out, because the glass is completely see-through and it's completely glass bridge, right? And you can see through it, and you can see people there, they're freaking out, they're falling down and hugging on the pillar, and they can't move and everything. It's just
so Oleg,
pretty cool. But that, yeah,
you've been to Mainland Centre in Pretoria, right? In Centurion. So do you know where the food court is?
Yeah, sort of have a idea. Yeah,
in the the mall, obviously. God, it's got you got shops around, and then it's got that sort of atrium in the center of the mall, right? But then they have in the middle they have a section where you can walk from one side to the other. So it's they've got these glass tiles in the floor.
I remember.
You know what I'm talking about?
But they're not completely see-through. They're
they're
opaque.
Yeah, but they're glass. But they're glass.
Yeah.
And they're frosted. I can't walk across that.
What, completely, or
No, I can't.
They're frosted.
I walk around. I can't walk across that.
But they're frosted.
Well,
so do you understand where what I'm saying is that there is no way.
Well, there's only one thing to cure this.
Yeah, I completely agree with Lester.
Avoidance. Avoidance.
After the lockdown's finished, we're going to Mainland Centre first, and then to Orlando Towers.
Oh God.
You can work your way up to it. You just
Dude, listen, you got to understand. A friend of mine had his bachelor's, and that was part of the bachelor's thing, was to go there and jump off Orlando Towers.
Not Mainland. Okay. Good.
I was on the ground floor. I was on the ground, and I was just, no, I can't do this. I couldn't even watch.
You didn't even lie on your back and look up towards the bridge.
I went and I just got another beer. Just went and got another beer.
Okay. I mean, that's quite something. Right.
So, guys.
Do you want to change the subject?
Yeah, please help me.
I can see Andrew's palms are sweating.
No, dude, no lies, no lies. My hand. I'm telling you, I'm sweating at the moment. To be honest.
We should stop playing the theme tune for 8 Mile now.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Mum's spaghetti.
Yeah. So
okay. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I had a quick look on the to see what international or national day it is today.
Yeah.
So the first one is something that is is probably on the back burner at the moment is it's World Malaria Day today.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a big thing because how many people die of malaria a year?
Yeah.
I
A
mean,
lot, dude.
so,
A lot.
you know, it's still probably more than coronavirus. So are we going to have a coronavirus day? Oh, no, we're having a coronavirus year.
Yeah. No, exactly. So the other day that it is today is Hairstylist Appreciation Day.
Wow.
So I suppose this
Well,
is
we
a
got to
national
remember
day.
these. Yeah, we got to remember them because they're probably sitting there itching to cut hair because they haven't cut hair for ages.
Well, I'm itching to get my beard cut, to be honest, because I'm starting.
Well, your
to...
girls are around there; they can do it.
Oh God, dude. You know the problem is that I've
They'd
got
have a field day. They'd probably put it on TikTok for us to watch.
Oh God, it's even worse. That's worse than bungee jumping.
Ooh, that's a big statement.
Yeah, geez, but I suppose if it goes wrong, I'm still in isolation. I just don't have to see anyone for a long, long time.
You can apply apply special effects to the video stream every week until it grows back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or you can wear like a Santa Claus outfit, sort of, you know, a strap-on beard.
Oh God, I thought you were going to say strap on something else, but anyway.
No.
Yeah. So I must admit, my beard is starting to get. I actually thought about it the other day. Not that I would do this. Don't get any ideas. That I wonder if I shaved my beard off now, would I be able to regrow it back to the same length before I went out into the world?
How much has it grown while you've been in isolation?
No, it's grown. Well, I don't know. It grows out like this more than anything else. So it's.
But you trim it.
No, well, I've trimmed my moustache because otherwise, when I'm having my food, I'm eating my moustache at the same time. So, yeah. So I could do with a hairstylist at the moment for my beard, a barberette.
Well, look. You know, let's give a little round of applause. The National Hairstylist Appreciation Day. Let's not let it go to waste. We're all suffering with bad haircuts at the moment.
Missing.
I'm gonna have to start wearing a hat next week, like the rest of you.
Yeah, I didn't have a haircut for
a long time.
2 months.
So another one, which is quite an interesting is it's, and I'm assuming this is in the US. It's National Drug Take Back Day.
Take back? This is celebrated.
Yes.
Come on, kids, get all your drugs, get under the bed, into the cupboards, get all your stuff. Let's go. Let's take it back.
Take it back to the pharmacy.
Yeah, not sure what they're going to do with it because it's all expired.
Take it back to the drugstore. Yeah, I believe
that is a weird one.
Yeah, no, I think what it is, it's for people to take back prescription medication that is either expired or they don't have any use for. Anyway.
But if you know, in a lot of countries, you've got to pay for your prescriptions, right?
Yeah. Do they give you a refund? No.
Do they give you a refund?
No. Of course not. Have you ever tried to legitimately try and return medication to the chemist? They say to you, thanks, but no thanks.
Well, in the UK, you can do that.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Well, yeah, within as long as the packaging has not been damaged, and they do check it. Yeah. But yeah, that the excess stuff that if you're on a recurring prescription.
But I mean,
it's a different system here, right?
Do they give you a rebate for that though?
No, because the medication that you get is already subsidized by the health service.
Oh yeah, sure, fair enough.
So you pay a flat fee depending on, you know, if per prescription item. So in SA, depending on what you're getting, there's different prices for it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's one price for everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you take it back, it's not about the money. It's just getting it out of the house.
Yeah.
But for this to be such a big thing, to have a day named after this activity. You know, I get the hairstylist appreciation. Okay, it's a bit
Hugger
funny,
Plumber is another one, which is today.
Hugger Plumber Day.
Yes, a Hugger Plumber Day.
It sounds like something invented by plumbers or plumbers' wives or boyfriends. I don't know.
Yeah. Obviously, this is pre-corona, by the way. Hugger Plumber.
Yeah. No more hugging, guys.
So one
Stop that hugging.
last national day that it is, it's DNA, National DNA Day. So, I mean, here's a question I've got for you. Would you guys ever go get your DNA tested voluntarily? Like,
For what?
well, you
For
know,
what?
they've got this thing where like in the US, you can go with ancestry.com or 23andMe or something like that.
Yeah.
You go get your DNA tested, and then they can tell you like where you've come from. Like you know, 40% Viking and 30% African or whatever.
The question is, would I?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of fun, but what are they going to do? This is where conspiracy theories come into play. What are they going to do with your DNA?
Yeah.
Now that they've got it, this is an easy way to get everyone's DNA.
Yes. Exactly. That's why I'm asking the question.
Either way. If you're going to tell me I'm half Viking, it's worth it.
Yeah, because I know in some countries, like say for instance, like New Zealand, if you've got Maori heritage, then you get like rebates from the government.
I think in the US as well, like if you have like First Nation heritage,
sure, yeah,
like you entitled to some sort of subsidies or some sort of like participation in certain programs.
Yeah,
but like for us, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
it's got to be an incentive.
Yeah, there's definitely an incentive there. But like you say, I mean, what do they do with that information? I mean, who's to say that the FBI doesn't pitch up at some place like Ancestry.com and says, thanks very much, we'll take all your data?
I'm sure they already have access to that data.
Yeah, well,
no, it's those who actually get the data, who take the sample and process it. That's where they're probably tapping in. It's before it goes back to Ancestry, who just outsource all this.
Absolutely. Oh, good
but
point.
then how often, you know, people in their lifetime, how many times do you get your blood taken for various tests?
Oh, exactly.
Samples are out there, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually a good point. Eh? Like we don't think about these things at the moment. Anyway, guys.
I mean, have you ever been for any test with Landsat?
Yeah, I have. You know what, like normal blood tests. Normal blood
tests, you know, whatever.
Yeah, plenty.
That means that, you know, your information is out there. Everybody knows that you have a high cholesterol level.
Well, it wasn't me. They must have swapped the sample because I don't have high cholesterol. Wasn't me.
Take it easy on that biltong.
Yeah, they're going to find out that I'm half alien or something. They're gonna abduct me and do experiments on me and see why.
Yeah.
Whatever. Why?
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, guys, we're coming.
But these are. Hang on. You've said all of these are national days.
Yeah, I got from the US, man.
Oh, okay. No, okay. No, it's just more. Is this a regional thing because it's national? I mean, there's probably.
Well, look, it's world. Yeah, so the only like international one that I could find was World Malaria Day. Is the international one, and the other ones were national, and I'm assuming it's US based. I couldn't find.
Malaria is quite hectic. Like I don't know if I mentioned, but I worked in Central, West, and East Africa, and it's like in certain areas, especially that tropical belts around the equator in Africa. I mean, malaria there is a killer.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah. It's one of those hectic diseases. Even if you manage to recover from it, it comes back and it comes back, and your liver is damaged for life.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah.
So we had a case like one of the dudes I used to work with. It's like because you can't force anyone to take anti-malaria prophylaxis, right? One of the dudes we worked with, like when he arrives in site, you know, in Democratic Republic of Congo, is like, are you taking your prophylaxis? Yeah, I'm taking my prophylaxis. Like literally a week after, the dude is not feeling well. Like 3 days after, like he get the first symptoms, he can no longer get up, you know. But you know, when people get symptoms, you know, especially like in a working environment like that, like a lot of people will try to hide it. A lot of people will like hope it's just the flu, you know, But then when you realize it's not a flu, it basically means it's been in your system for like longer than a week, and it's really done some damage. Like once you basically get that person in ICU, you'll spend like 4 weeks in ICU, just trying to get back to reality.
Okay, on that happy
Yeah,
note.
Yeah.
Whew, man, I
It is tough.
got sucked into a depression there, baby.
Yeah. No, don't stress. It's too
I was
early for that.
mesmerized.
Like, we can chat about depression once you like on that semi-clear walkway in Menlyn Mall.
Oh yeah,
Not helping, Oleg.
No, not helping. I can. Yeah, I suppose that's one way to get rid
It's
of
going to cure a
depression.
million things
Yeah,
for you.
it's
You're going to come out a
cure
different
million
man.
things,
Yeah.
Like I'll forget about everything else that I'm worrying about in life. The only thing I want to do is be able to get to the other side of the mall.
Baby steps.
Yeah, baby stuff. Leopard crawl, man. What you talking about? Anyway, guys, we're up for an hour. The Instagram live has died. It's been another
awesome.
fun morning of talking shit.
Yeah.
I got one story for you before we go, though.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So the whole world's been absorbed by COVID, right?
Yeah.
You might have heard of it. So everyone's in lockdown, everything's shutting all over the world. So this week, there was a couple that had been sailing across the Atlantic, and they arrived in the Caribbean. And they were completely oblivious to what had been going on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they heard there was an outbreak before they left.
Yes.
They heard there was an outbreak in China, but that was about it, right?
Yeah.
And then the next thing they know, the whole world's on lockdown. They
Lockdown.
can't even get into port to go and refuel. And
Yeah.
they're like, what do you mean it's shut?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's quite weird.
That's Hollywood movie in the making right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, it's sad because actually the woman, the guys from Manchester and the girls from northern Italy, and apparently, because when they left, they said, look, this is our time out. We've given up work, we've sold up everything, we're going sailing, and then we'll get back to normal life after a couple of years, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever normal
And
life
they said, well, one of the conditions while we go around the world, we don't want to hear anything negative. So when we touch base with the family, just tell us good stuff. That's all we want.
Oh, no.
So the family can't tell them about this. The woman is from northern Italy apparently, and a lot of the people it's in a bad part where the virus has taken a massive effect.
Jeez,
But yeah, so a lot of people she knows not here anymore.
So
but how does the family can't tell her this? This is the rules.
Shit, that's crazy. But I mean, imagine being in that situation. You go out on the boat, whatever. You pull into some port like 6 months down the line, and they're like saying, "Oh, sorry." Hey, can you imagine? It's like I saw the other day that Big Brother in Canada. Big Brother was on when the outbreak started. So obviously, in the beginning, these people inside didn't know about what was going on. Then they decided to tell them, listen, this is what's going on outside and whatever. And then they were giving
Where's all the crowds when you come out, when you get evicted?
Exactly.
Where's everybody?
Yeah,
everyone's... Is this another prank?
It's part of the show. And eventually they were giving them regular updates on their family and all that kind of stuff, and they could see that some of the people were starting to get a bit stressed about it. So they cancelled the show. Huh? They let all of them out. Yeah.
There was one I was watching. Did I tell you about the tech show? The BBC got this tech show. So they're now presenting from home. The two main presenters. They're presenting from their living rooms, and they got these clips of stuff they'd recorded before the shutdown. I don't know what they're going to do next week. They must be running out of material. But yeah, so they're presenting there, and you can hear on the kids banging on the door trying to get in, and other stuff going on. The neighbor's lawnmower starts up. This is desperate times for broadcasting.
Yeah.
How are we going to get content together?
Yeah, geez.
I mean Sky Sports, I don't even know what's on. When we flicked the other day, it was having reruns of best goals of 1978 or something.
Yeah. I mean, like,
there's only so many reruns you can do of past sporting events.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like Formula One's, they're just re-showing old Grand Prix. They're doing virtual esport Grand Prix, which are boring to watch. I mean, just think about it. Think about movies and series, and I mean, because obviously there's a lot of lead time to a lot of these movies and series. Imagine what's going to happen in, say, like the lockdown eventually gets lifted or whatever. But there must be some period in the future where all of a sudden there's going to be no series. There's going to be no movies.
We're going to run out.
Yeah, well, there must be.
And the other thing is going to happen because they've made a lot of movies, the big blockbusters of this year, whatever, James Bond movie or
James Bond,
Top Gear, the sequel. Those are all due for this year.
Yeah.
And they've all been postponed. So what we're going to end up with is suddenly we'll go back and then you're going to have to catch up very quickly on like 100 movies. All the blockbusters are launched day after day.
But don't you think those guys could have been a bit innovative and pivoted it?
Yeah.
And said, hey, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to create an online streaming thing for all the movies that we're going to be released in this thing, and you pay X amount per movie and you get to watch it at home. Because I was so excited to watch the new James Bond movie. I was so excited to watch the new Top Gun.
Yeah.
Like in this.
But I think there's a lot to do with the distribution contracts that are out there. These movie houses rely on being the first to be able to broadcast to the masses. This is where they make their money. This is their business. If they're now sidetracked.
They're not operating now anyway. So what's the difference?
But do you think, let's just say hypothetically, right? Do you think within the next year the cinemas are going to reopen?
No.
Well,
I don't think so.
You would hope so, but
within the next year, do you think the cinemas are going to reopen, and do you think people will go to the cinemas?
I think the cinemas will be open. Whether people go to it or not is a different story. But I think we're very lucky in South Africa. When last were you at a movie that was packed out? Every movie that I've been to watch in the last 6 months, maybe there are 10 of us in the cinema that can take 200 people. Yeah. So I think you're pretty safe going to the cinema.
Are these niche movies?
No, it's not Cinema Novo, that I can tell you.
Going to watch a Disney movie in the midnight screening, I would expect 10 people. And 8 of those have been there since 4 o'clock.
No, dude, it's been a while. It's been a while. Look, I must admit, I don't actually enjoy going to movies anymore, because every time I go there, there's always something frigging wrong. The sound's not right. The aircon's not working. There are people in the cinema flipping on their phones, having a conversation. There's always something going on. I much rather sit at home, make my own flipping popcorn. Doesn't cost me
I agree with that.
arm and a leg.
So my nearest cinema
with my girls, we watch a movie. I can rent movies online. Not a problem.
I think things are changing in the movie scene though, because my local cinema refurbished. Yes. It was only a little one. It's not a major chain. So they used to have 2 screens in there. This place has been around since motion pictures started. So they refurbished the whole building, and they've now broken those 2 into like 3 smaller sittings. They now have couches with pillows. Yeah. And a lot more space. It's not so rigid. They have a waiter service. Yeah. That comes through. They got a whole kitchen with pizza and everything you can order, and they'll bring to your chair. Bar service, the whole lot. It's a whole different experience. They're trying to, people are like, I just like sitting on the couch and watching a movie because I can sit like I want. I'm comfortable and I can eat what I want. Well, they're just trying to mimic the same thing. It's not the same as get your Coke and popcorn and go and sit still for 3 hours. Those days are got to be over now.
No, absolutely. Yep. They have got some of those at our cinemas now as well. Is that you got your normal cinema, and then they've got what they call the premier one, which is pretty much the same thing. Yeah, which
if they ever reopen.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a bit. There is or was a company here in Parkhurst that would get the rights to screen a movie that's on the circuit, but they would only show one, so they would choose one, and then I think there's like only 20 or 30 people that can, or 20 people that can go watch it. They've got like a room, like a cinema room, but it's and it's also pretty much the same kind of vibe, But it's like, I don't know actually much about it. I just saw it on social media. guys were, because I think they were actually moving. They were relocating before the lockdown. Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, guys. Been great chatting.
It's been awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Right, so we had a
Good.
couple of people join in and comments and all that, so it was great to have them on.
Any
I
events to shout out?
No events. Lockdown.
Everyone, there's a
number one.
stay-at-home week this week. It's National Stay-at-Home Week.
Fuck. It's like that
Again.
every day. It's like
It
that
was so
every
good
day.
last time. We're doing it again.
Yeah. It went so well today, we're going to do it tomorrow.
Or this
tomorrow?
wasn't good enough, people. We can do this better.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
we're doing it again this week until we get this right.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, you guys must
All
have
right,
a good
buddy.
week, man. Yeah. Listen. I don't know if you guys have got 5 or 10 minutes. I just want to test something on Skype. Are you guys keen? Just got 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at
Your schedule. Your calendar.
I'm on my German laptop at the moment.
Schweinhund. Okay, guys, I'm just going to end the live stream. Anyway, cheers everyone that was watching. Bye.
Cheers, guys.